Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
We got this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw is Murray, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. And
the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Fields looking for his running back, and he's got it. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Fields on the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game, because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch. How much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Wright's got it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, that's going to be caught by Kirk. 7 yards there and a first down. For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 5 catches, 61 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
On first down, Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Murray with a 3rd and long. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And here now come the Falcons. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Fields. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. Operating from the gun. Fields. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15.
Get ready, get ready.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. From just shy of midfield, Murray is going to find his running back. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray able to find Isabella. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's got his man on the out route. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down, trots out the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Fields got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Complete to Jones. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Throwing again on second down. Murray, complete to Dorsett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa. Let's get it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Here's Murray. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and just like that, it's third down. Murray to air it out again. Dorsett's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. Aaron Rodgers, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head up to Kansas City, check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Marquise Lee leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. And then finally, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football with a good one between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think you got caught in between and created a foul.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Looking to throw. Fields. And a quick throw here that's complete.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
Check, 43. I'm coming.
Throwing on first down. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Falcons on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. This complete to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Fields. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. And the numbers show it. Low involvement early. But since he's been involved for this offense.
Indeed it has. And when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Open man is Kirk, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Murray now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I know we don't like to admit it. We like to appear to be on top of every situation, but there's no way we expected that. They have the lead, and they pull the fake.
Well, I hit you on your leg under the table because I couldn't believe they were doing that. You're right, lead 4th quarter, but I guess they wanted a bigger cushion.
I guess so, but I guess maybe that is the beauty of it because there's no way they could have expected on the other side of the ball as well. They have the lead. They expect them to go ahead and kick it.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try the left side. Whittington. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now from Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Operating from the gun, Fields. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Looking to throw. Fields. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
Hey. 4 down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cardinals, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.